Hello and welcome to the National Baseball League once again. And today, I'm not matching. I got a blue shirt and a New Jersey Devils hat. I know. Today we got the games for yesterday, June 9th. It's June 10th. And I have my phone right here. I can double check. It is the 10th. But let's move on. First sport of two. Top to bottom, left to right. Here we go. We'll start with the New Orleans Crusaders and the Vancouver Grizzlies. Game 2 of this series. Since the Grizzlies, I believe they took game 1 8-4. If I have my memory right. Very strong game 1 for Vancouver. And then the Crusaders, they're able to squeak one out here tonight. The Gators, they squeak one out against the Grizzlies, just barely. Probably an extra innings game. 5-4 win. 10 hits for the Gators, 7 hits for the Grizzlies. No errors in the entire game. This game ties the series at 1 for New Orleans. Then move to the middle order. Not as dominant as yesterday's. 17-5, I believe. Beating. Wait, yeah. I believe I have. Triple check, make sure I have the right game I went to. Yep. Yeah, yesterday was a 17-5 beating over Oakland for the Toronto Huskies. Did I do that right? No, I did not. No, I didn't do that. I wrote it down wrong. I got it backwards. Mistakes. There we go, that's better. Toronto Huskies in the Oakland Ocean. So Toronto, they follow up with another win. Not as great of a win, but still a 5-2 win over the Oakland Ocean. 8 hits on 5 runs for Toronto. Just 2 runs scored on 7 hits for the Ocean, so they still get on base almost just as much as the Huskies, but Toronto was able to keep the runs on base. And the Huskies have a 2-0 series lead. They're going to look for the sweep today. So I'll move to the top left of the board. The Boston Whalers and the Texas Twisters in Boston. Basically a repeat of yesterday. Yesterday was a 6-1 beating for the Whalers over the Twisters. They were the best. I ranked Texas as the best team in the league, and then they score 2 runs in the next 2 games against the Boston Whalers, and they give up 13 runs. Boy, did I don't know yet. I knew this type of stuff could happen, but I didn't think it'd be the number 1 team would lose 2 back-to-back humiliating losses against the Whalers. So the Twisters, just 1 run on 5 hits. Whalers do a fantastic job shutting them down. And the Whalers win 7-1 on 9 hits for Boston. 5 hits on 1 run for the Twisters. The Whalers, again, they're going to try and sweep the series today. We'll see. And with the Twisters, they're pulling the brooms out today. Then we get to the middle row, the San Diego Seals and the Seattle Sasquatch. So San Diego, similar to the Vancouver game, they just barely get a win over the Sasquatch, who have had a really good start. San Diego, they both have had good starts, unlike these teams. Neither of them have had great starts. Not necessarily terrible, but not good. So San Diego, 14 hits. That's really solid for San Diego. They give up 5 runs against Seattle. Probably a walk-off. I think the game just doesn't tell me that stuff. I wish it did. The Seals win 6-5 over the Sasquatch. Just 10 hits for 5 runs for the Sasquatch series. Tied at 1. We move to the middle board. The Philadelphia Liberty and the Montreal Expos. A really close Montreal. Impressive game. Because statistically, yeah, they This should be a blowout. This should be like a Philadelphia 10-2, 8-1, 6-7. They should be in like double digits. And the fact that Montreal can get within a run and make it a close contest, impressive. So 11 hits on 5 runs for the Expos, 14 hits for Philadelphia. Could have easily scored more runs, but they only scored 6, no errors, and Liberty led the series 2-0. Then we had the Firebirds and the Eagles. So for San Francisco, a solid win, which was unlike yesterday. Edmonton, they got a decent win over San Francisco yesterday. So the Firebirds, they flipped the script here with a 6-3 win. 11 hits for the Firebirds, and they only allow 3 runs for Edmonton on 7 hits. No errors for this game either. Series tied at 1. We'll see who wins the series today. Alright, yep, gotta cover it. I hope I'm just gonna win the game today. I'm gonna be covering it, so I'm gonna really be hoping. 13 hits. They had 13 hits for the Aviators. They only scored 4 runs. You need to bring runners home. And the Blues wins 5-4 on just 7 hits. No errors. Memphis Blues lead the series 2-0. I'm hoping the Aviators can beat the Blues. Then we head to Chicago, where the Railers and the Raptors are going at it. So Utah with an important win over the Railers, because Chicago's apparently not a bad team. 4 runs for Utah on 11 hits. They do commit an error, but they get out of it. As the Railers, just 2 runs on 7 hits. Series tied 1 game apiece. Final game of the sport. They're going to do this all over again. The Washington Monuments and the Atlanta Arrows in Washington. So game 2 of the series, they didn't play yesterday. So Atlanta took game 1. And so the Monuments here, close game. They edged out 4 runs and 11 hits. They won the game 4-3. The Arrows with just 3 runs on 10 hits. 2 errors for the Arrows. So that might be a factor of why they lost. Close game here. See you for board number 2. And here's board number 2 for yesterday's NBL games. Sorry it's kind of late. Just how things happened. Because I was eating lunch between take 1 and between the video for board 1. And that's because I do 2. I only have 1 board. I have to do 2 separate videos, and then I splice them together with CapCut. If you edit videos, use CapCut. Like if you want to edit for videos for free, just use CapCut. Not sponsored, by the way. But I'm gonna move on. Let's do this. So starting off, top left, top to bottom, left to right. Tampa Bay Titans and the New York Sailors, game 2 of a 3-game series. So yesterday, Sailors were able to get the win over Tampa Bay, and today, the Titans with a 4-1 win over the New York Sailors. 11 hits for Tampa Bay, 2 errors, but it seems like just the Titans. I mean, they do this where they just outscore their opponent. They just outscored them. Doesn't matter what mistakes they made, they outscored them. They won the game 4-1 over the New York Sailors. There was some good defense involved there too, except for these 2 errors. So that's that. So the Titans defeat the Sailors 4-1. So who takes the series today? And the Detroit Motors and the Cincinnati Stingers. So a big comeback for Cincinnati here. Yesterday, Motors shut them out 7-0. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, the Motors shut them out. Not yesterday. I'm getting my dates wrong. That's why it's confusing, because I said yesterday. These are yesterday's. So 2 days ago, the Motors shut the Stingers out 7-0. I covered it. And then the Stingers, yesterday, they come right back. 4-1 win. 12 hits. Just fantastic way to come back after being shut out 7-0. They hold the Motors to one run, 5 hits. Series tied at 1. We'll see who takes the series today. Final board of the top half of the final game of the top half of the second board. The Minnesota Northern Lights and the Houston Cosmos. Similar, a big comeback for Minnesota. Looks to be a pitching duel. Just one run on 5 hits for Minnesota, 4 hits and no runs for the Houston Cosmos. Yesterday, the Cosmos shut them out. The Cosmos beat them 10-1. They didn't get the shutout. So, a big way to come back, a strong comeback to shut Houston down completely, shut them out. Just a one run for the Northern Lights, and that's it on 5 hits. Series tied at 1. We'll see who takes the series today. Now the St. Louis Stars and the New York Knights. So St. Louis, they just played a series against the Sailors. Now they played the Sailors in New York. Now the Knights are coming to St. Louis to play St. Louis. So New York, they got a 4-3 win 2 days ago, and yesterday the Stars with a solid game, 8-1 win on 14 hits and 2 errors for the Stars, and then they just didn't let New York score. 1 run, 7 hits, they only bring 1 run home. The Knights, despite the game 1 getting the win, their offense just struggled in yesterday's contest. So we'll see who takes the series. The Portland Anchors and the Orlando Sunrays. So it's in Portland. Sunrays 2 days ago got a 3-2 win. They taking game 1, and then the Anchors. 2 days ago they got a 3-2 win, and then yesterday reversed. The Orlando Sunrays with a 3-2 win yesterday on 6 hits and an error, and then they keep Portland to just 2 runs on 7 hits. Series tied at 1. We'll see who wins today. And the game I covered is dead last. The Albuquerque Aliens and the Las Vegas Gunners. Always the one I cover. I talk a little bit more about. So the Gamblers here. They were down 4-1 on top of the 9th. They hit 3 straight home runs. The Aliens, they were 1-6 coming into this series. 1-6. They had a 3-1 win in game 1 on Sunday. Then yesterday, they had a 4-1 lead, and they blew it. The Gamblers won 6-4 in 10 innings on 13 hits, 7 hits for Albuquerque. No errors the whole game. Ties the series 1 game in pace. We'll see what happens today. I have no idea what's going to happen. No idea. But if Albuquerque is just... Their pitching is ruining them. Their pitching is horrid. And that is, kind of like the Orioles. But we're talking my National Baseball League. Not in Major League Baseball. So, yeah. So that pretty much does it for today's recaps. See you tonight. Columbus and Memphis, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. Please tune in. See ya.